Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, I'm Darla Morris, also known as the Lazy Daisy Stamper, and it's 10 o'clock a.m. on Tuesday, February the 26th. Oh dear, why can I never remember the date? My computer doesn't tell me, it just tells me the time. So I don't know, quite frankly. But yay, we're here, we're live, and we're going to have a little bit of creative fun today. Let's see. Now, last week I couldn't see comments, and it probably looks like this week I'm not going to see them either. Huh. Well, this is poopy. Anyway, good morning. I'm glad you're here. And when you come on today, say hello. If it's your first time to join me, tell me where you're from. I would like to know that. I would also like to know, how did you find me? So, when you do make comments, I'm looking at my notes over here, so I am very easily distracted, I will say that, okay? But when you make comments, you are put on what I call my Wheel of Fortune, and you will have a chance to win the 2 projects that we're making today next week when I do a video. Now, I strive to do my live Facebook videos on Mondays at 10 a.m. Yesterday I had a conflict. I just couldn't yesterday, so I'm hoping that you found me today and we will just see what happens, okay? So again, I'm not seeing any comments. I've got to figure this out because, well, that's the fun part, is to chit chat with you girls and boys. So yeah, that's kind of sucky. But anyway, I'm going to turn the camera down and I'm going to show you a few things, and then we're going to get to making some pretty stuff, okay? All right. Again, thanks for joining me, okay? All right. Now, what have we got down here? Oh, celebration. You thought celebration was over. Well, it's not. I've still got almost everything in this little catalog. And with a $50 order, you may pick and choose what you want. Like, I've got, I think, one of these left. And I will tell you, this was probably the most popular item in the celebration, because this paper, when they say the name of it is bedazzling, well, it's called that for a reason. It is absolutely the sparkliest thing you've ever seen. And I've got some of these cute penguin papers. I've got about 4 of these, and this paper is just so beautiful. You surely do want that. I don't have this stamp set. It's gone. Quite frankly, I didn't ever get it. I didn't like it, but I don't know if I can say that out loud. And I think I've got some of this left. So yeah, with a $50 order, you can get this cute stamp set. With another $50 order, you can get the dies that match it. So, and I've got this stamp set. You can't have these dies. I'm keeping them. Sorry. I've got this one. Now, this takes a $100 order, and I will tell you why. This stamp set is amazing. It is so, I think they call it what, distinctive? But oh my goodness, it's a beautiful stamp set. That's all I can say. Okay, enough of that. This is my host code for the month, and I'll show you more about that in just a minute. Now, this is my wheel of fortune, okay? So with every comment, your name gets put on this wheel. If you share my video, oh yes, 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 please share, your name gets put on here twice. Now, your name's going to get put on here, and we're going to spin to see who wins these two cards here in a minute. But the first Monday in November, there's going to be a special wheel with just the names of the people that have shared my video. And if you can see, there are where it says shared on there. Those people are going to get a chance to win this stamp set. And it is oh so cute. Now, I stopped giving away stamp sets a couple of months ago. And I'm giving this stamp set away because I obviously liked it so much, I ordered 2 of them. Yeah, I know. I hate it when that happens. It's a pain in the rear. But anyway, lucky you, you get a chance to win this when you share my video. Okay? All right, I'm going to set this aside because we're not going to spin for that until, is it next week? It might be next week. If I knew what day it was or the date, I could tell you, but hey, I don't. Okay. Let's spin to see who's going to win these 2 really, really cute cards. Now, you may think you're on drugs when you're looking at this card, but you're not. It's psychedelic, dude. And there's the inside. And then, oh my goodness gracious, how I love this card. I just think it is so very pretty, very simple to make. But I think it's got a wow factor to it. Okay, let's see who's going to win, okay? Here we go. We're going to spin. Keep your fingers crossed. It could be you. Let's see. It's going to be who? Who is it? Oh, Jackie. Oh, one of my favorite girls. Congratulations, Jackie. I don't know if you're on here yet. You normally pop in. Jackie, I think it's Rosemond. I don't know. But we all know who Jackie is. So, congratulations, Jackie. Yay. You're getting some really pretty cards, Jackie. All right, I'm going to put this up and do something else. All right, let's see. What am I going to do? I am going to show you how to find me. Oh, maybe I will. Okay, this is how you find me. This is Lazy Daisy Stampers with an S dot Stampin' Up. Now there's no G in Stampin' Up. .net. That's how you place an order. This is the current host code. Are y'all proud of me? It only took me most of the month to get this typed up to where I just didn't handwrite it in. I had my other one just scratched out and that one was written in. Aren't you proud of me? The month's not over yet. I finally got it done. I am so all over this stuff. It's crazy. All right. Here's my M&Ms with peanuts. We have to have these. This gives us inspiration, motivation, and it gets our creative juices going. So here we go. I'm going to set them right over here so I can get to them and you don't necessarily see what I'm eating. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to move the screen a little bit. I think I'm going to have to cover that up. Oh, bye-bye, host code. Bye-bye. Okay. I hope y'all like M&Ms with peanuts as much as I do. Let me kind of wash it down with my coffee. All right, what is our first card? Let's see, what are we going to do? Oh, let's do this one. Now, I've got 2 fancy folds for you ladies and boys today. And they are both so very cute. Now, I have a friend that just had, I think it was knee replacement surgery. Oh, and bless her heart. Oh my gosh. So I needed a get well card. And I saw this video on YouTube somewhere recently, and I thought it was the cutest thing. Hold on, let me get rid of that. Now this is called, well, I'm not quite sure what this is called. I think it's a Dutch door gate fold, okay? So this is our card. Now, I am so sorry to most of you people out there. This paper is not available yet. It is from the new catalog that's coming out in January. It's the called Ever Eden Designer Series paper. And oh Lordy, it is so, so pretty. One side has gold accents. The back side does not. But, oh, it's so, ooh, look at that. I am so sorry to do this to you. But you know, if you're a demonstrator, you can order it now. Ha-ha. You want to become a demonstrator? There's no obligation. You get $125 worth of product of your choice, but you only pay $99. Plus, you get a ton of extra stuff in the starter kit. You get catalogs and order forms and a past paper pumpkin. And again, $125 of stuff that you choose, you want, for $99. And there's no further obligation. If you don't want to do another thing, you don't have to. But you will receive at least a 20% discount on your future purchases. So, and if you want to stay active, all you got to do is buy or sell $300 a quarter. And that's about $100 a month. And trust me, that's not hard to do. So, and if you don't want to spend it, you just simply drop. Nobody bugs you. Nobody's going to call you up and say, well, what's wrong? Why'd you quit? Nobody will bug you, I promise. So here's our cute card. Look. Oh, is that not precious? I love this. I thought it was so cute. I love little fancy folds. I don't know about y'all, but you know, sometimes I just get bored with the plain old open up card. But I have used the back, where'd it go? I've lost it, aha. I used back on your feet, and it is a cling stamp set, which simply means a rubber stamp set. And this is really so cute for get well cards. These are just precious. I have also used my layering circle dies, and I used this one right here, and this one. But you could use any size you want. Just make sure whatever you're stamping will fit inside one of these circles, and then just get the next bigger circle to make the outside circle. I hope that makes sense to you. So let's just get started and put this card together. Now, I've already done all of the cutting, but it's really not that difficult. It might look really hard, but it's not. Okay, so this is my layer for the inside. I'm gonna put that, you know, like that on the inside. But, okay, let's get to our card base first of all. So our card base is going to measure, now this is different, okay? This is gonna measure 4 1/8 that way, and 9 inches this way. I think I was off screen. 4 1/8, not 4 1/4 as normal, 4 1/8 by 9 inches. Then we're going to score it at 5 1/2, okay? So that makes this thing right here, okay? Then we're taking a 2-inch piece. Hold on a minute, let me find, no, I don't, yes, it's a 2 inches by 8 1/2. And then we're gonna score it 2 1/8 from both ends. So what I did is, of course, after I cut it, I put it in here and I measure 2 1/8 from that end and score it. Then I turn it around, measure 2 1/8 and score it from that end. So that will give us this little portion down here, I think the Dutch door, okay? So, and the reason we cut our base 1/8 of an inch smaller than normal is because this will allow our Dutch door to fold. Okay, just hope that makes sense. So I hope it does. It made sense to me, so there you go. I am going to go ahead and attach this to my card, okay? And I'm just going to put some glue. I think I am. Oh, I think I might. Oh, there we go. All right, this is going to go down here. And just lining it up, making sure that I allow on each side of my card room for it to close. Then there we go. There's our base, okay? Simple as can be. So what I did is the color that coordinates with this beautiful oh, what did I call this designer series paper? Ever Eden. Soft succulent goes with that, and I think evening evergreen goes with it, but I chose the pattern that really is just gold, white, and soft succulent, because I just liked it. That's all I can say. I just liked it. I think I'm going to go ahead and put this down so we can not lose it. You really don't have to put this piece down. I mean, it's white. You could just, you know, stamp on it and be done. But of course, I can't be that simple. Sometimes I wonder about myself. Why do you have to be so complicated? Where did my stamps go, people? Ah, right here, right in front of me. All right, so I'm going to put my sentiment on the inside, and it says, hope you're on your back. No. Hope you're back on your feet soon. Can't read. And I'm going to put it down here at the bottom because I want it to fall under my Dutch door. Right? That is not straight. I didn't get the other one straight either. I'm going to try it again. because you got 2 chances. I'm thinking that my thingy might not be on there straight, but I'm going to try this over here. Line it up on my... Okay, yeah, it's not quite straight, so... Oh, that's so much better. I think my sticker on here is not quite straight. That's why it was crooked. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right. So, thank goodness our paper has 2 sides, right? All right, I'm going to stick this down. Yay, it covers it up. All right, so, and I've cut these little pieces. Now this piece is cut, and it's for this flap right up here. 3, let me get my ruler just to make sure I'm not telling you wrong. 3 1/4. Okay, yeah. 3 1/4 by 3 7/8, and that's going to go right there. So let's go ahead and glue that one down. I like the liquid glue because it gives me some wiggle room, because I need wiggle room. And you just want to be careful if your paper has a direction on it when you're cutting and gluing down, to pay attention to your direction. Now this paper really does not, so I didn't have to worry about that. And this is just 1/4 of an inch smaller. So this was 3, I think 3 this way, by 3 5/8. Okay, piece of cake. So far so good. And then these little pieces measure 1 3/4 by 1 7/8. Yes, 1 3/4 by 1. Okay, here we go. 1 3/4 by 1 7/8. Okay, that's for our little Dutch door. Same with this one. 2 just alike. And you want to kind of put them together so you can kind of make sure that you're lining up with the other one. Okay, there we go. I think I'm going to get my bone folder and maybe give this a smash. Well, that didn't make much difference. And then this piece is 1 1/2 by 1 5/8. And I'm just using the back side of the same paper that I used on the upper panel. I hate to cover that beautiful gold accent, but I like this too. And again, I want to put them together and kind of make sure there we go. Yay! So there's our card base all decorated up mostly. Okay, now these, like I said, were cut out by the circles, and I have stamped him because I like to stamp and then die cut. That way I know where my image is going, and if I stamp it crooked or whatever, I haven't messed the whole thing up. Now that's just me protecting me from boo-boos, okay? So you might not need to have to do that, but I do. You may be an excellent little stamper, not me. So I'm coloring in my little turtle with, this is soft succulent light, and then I'm going to go in with the dark and do the edges, because Stampin' Up! Just kind of shows us where it needs to be darker. And you know, I don't have to figure out how to you know, I am not a painter, an artist type of a person, so I don't really know how to shade and do all kinds of stuff like that. So Stampin' Up! Does. They do the work for me, which I truly appreciate. And this is, what is this? This is light So Saffron, and I'm just coloring his because I thought this was close to gold. Okay, and you can of course color yours, make your colors any color you want. Then I'm just going in here and making these dark just to give it some contrast. Okay, I think that's good. He's so cute. And that's all I did. But you see, when you use alcohol markers, they bleed through. That's why I always like to have a backing on them. All right, so now this is just going to go right up here. And you know, you could pop that up on dimensionals just as easy as could be. I have just glued it down, okay? And I'm kind of keeping my finger where I don't want glue to go. So I've got that. Ooh, I don't like that. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go this way just to be careful. Okay, there's where my glue is. All right, I'm gonna go up high, and I'm just kind of centering him there. Hold it for a few seconds. Make sure there's no glue on the back, and yay, there's not. And then here is our card. So cute. And of course you could embellish it with rhinestones or gems, or I know we've got some soft succulent gems or jewels, maybe that's what they're called, the in color jewels. But isn't he cute? So cute. Sigh. Hope you're back on your feet soon. Love it. Okay, there's a card number 1. I do hope you like that. Let me see if I can get this up here. There we go. Now maybe you can take a screenshot of that. All right. Number 1 down. Let me do a little bit of cleanup. I've got all of my buckets in use because of my retreat this Saturday. They're all used. So I've just got stuff scattered everywhere. Okay, our next card is featuring number 1, this Peaceful Place Designer Series paper. Oh my goodness, it is so pretty. It's another must-have. So, okay, let me get rid of that. And I have chosen Poinsettia Petals. So I've got to quit saying so. I need to put money in the bucket every time I say so. I'll be rich here pretty soon. Poinsettia Petals. And this card is, I think it's called a book binding fold or something. Anyway, I've made this fold before, but look, isn't it pretty? Oh. DSP, poinsettia, whatever you like to say. Now, I made it in two different directions. You know, this is portrait, and this is, well, I don't know, is this landscape? But it opens up differently. And I've used two different papers. This paper, it still has the foil sparklies, and then this is the wood grain with the foil. This ribbon is the metallic edge ribbon, and of course it's silver and white. These leaves are cut out of garden green. These are cut out of real red, and of course these are just stamped on white in black. Same with these, except I've used the buffalo plaid. I think it's what that's called. I'm not a fan of buffalo plaid, but I kind of like it on this card. And then this is just, I think, the back side. Let me see. Let me get these out of the way so we can, I've already got everything cut. Let's see, is this the back? Yes, it's just the back side of this little strip that's on the side, okay? All right, now this is a standard card base, except it's cut at 4 1/4 by 8 1/2, scored at 5 1/2, and then scored again at 4 1/2, which gives you this fold right here, right? I hope that makes sense. This measures, I wrote this down, 4 1/8 square, I believe. 4 1/8 square. And then of course this is 4 by 4. It's 1/8 of an inch. It's got a small border. This piece, and of course this is basic gray, by the way. This is 1 1/8 by 4 1/8. And then this one is 1 by 4. Gosh, I hope I got that right. But it's just a thin border around them, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and attach. I was afraid the video would be way too long if I didn't pre-cut all of this stuff out for you guys. There's that one. I hate to cover up the sparklies, but they're pretty. Pretty. All right, now before I attach this, I'm going to stamp my greeting. And this is the first time I have done it in the correct order, y'all. I've made this card several times because I think it's just really pretty. And I always forget to do my stamping, because you know it just takes one mess up and you got to make the whole front of the card again. But I'm going to stamp it right down here. And what's nice about this buffalo or gingham, whatever, is it's easy to line up and make it straight. I guess that's the only thing I like about this buffalo check. Oh, that's nice. Very nice. And also I need to stamp the inside, because I always forget on that one as well. What have I got in there? Just Merry Christmas. Okay. And I'm going to stamp it in black memento. So this is, oh, keep your fingers crossed that it's straight. Ooh, it is. Yay me. All right, so, oh, there I went again with so cheese. All right, so I stamped out, again, stamped out one of the large ones. No, this is the medium. Where's my stamp set? Oh, well, seriously, didn't I? Oh, here it is. Good grief. Oi. So again, this is the big one, medium, small. Okay, one of these, two of these, three of these, and then two of these I stamped out, die cut out of just plain real red. These, like I say, were stamped on garden green. These were stamped on basic white and then die cut, okay? All right, now before I glue this down, I'm going to put this down, because I'm going to put some ribbon on this, okay? Oh, that was almost bad. All right, little bitty border. Okay, still opens, good. And I'm gonna take my beautiful ribbon, and this is really not a bow, it's just a knot. When you're mailing, it just kind of scares me with some bows, you know, they will cause a lot of trouble with postage and so forth. So I try to keep it as flat as I can. Can't always, and you don't always mail your cards, you know. Some of them you can hand give out. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tie this just in my little knot. Where are my reverse tweezers? I always pull up both of my tails, and then I snip them off at the same time. That way they're more likely to be the same, you know. All right, I'm gonna get this where I want it. Isn't that pretty? Oh, yes it is. And then I'm going to glue it down. So get your ribbon all situated like where you want it, then you can glue it down. And it should hold your ribbon in place, okay? Make sure there's no oozing out. Oh, I got a little ooze right there, but maybe I can erase it here in a second. Now I will take a glue dot and put under my knot, because I just want it to stay right there. I don't want it wobbling around. Okay, I'm going to let that dry for just a few minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down. Have y'all started your Christmas card making yet? I surely do hope so. You're going to be in big trouble if you haven't. I got the what is it? Christmas Santa tags or something like that. And I've been working on those. I think they're really cute. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and join these together. You could do these with glue dots. You could do them. You could actually do them with dimensionals if you wanted to. I think it's just a little bit too much, in my opinion, with dimensionals. Because like I say, if you mail this, yeah, it's going to cost a bunch. All right, so let's, said so again. Jeez. It's just a little bitty word, isn't it? But you get tired of hearing it. All right, I'm gonna put, oops, that's a little much. Just a little dab of do ya. And I'm not putting it all, dadgummit. Now that's gonna cause a problem. But I can fix it. I miss fumble fingers today, I think. So on this, you just want to make sure it doesn't extend outside your card. I know that that's going to go right about there, so I just don't want to extend, like I say, outside my borders. Okay, I don't want to cover up my greeting. So got to be careful. Okay, I think those. Now what I like to do is to give them a little bit of dimension, because you know, as it goes through the mail, it's gonna flatten out quite a bit. But I'm gonna give it a little help. You know what I did? I did something wrong, y'all. I know, I can't believe it either, but I did. On my original cards, I cut out two large and one, two mediums and one small. On here, I cut out one medium and two smalls. I don't think it matters. It's still pretty. It still looks like a poinsettia, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Okay, I do believe that we can pop this one up on a dimensional. Can't get it off on my finger. All right, now we just want to kind of put this smash it down. I had some rhinestones, I thought. Well, let's see. I used black on some. I used red on some. Well, just let me do the black since it's right out here, okay? For the center. You know, it doesn't stand out a lot, but it does sparkle and shine and glitter, and you can see it. You guys might not be able to see it as well as I can, but okay, let's I'm going to show you something on that, okay? So if you have an embossing buddy, ideally you want to wait till that dries, okay? But what you do is you just tap, tap, tap over it, and that takes that sticky off. Wait till it dries. But there's our card number 2. Can you see the sparkle a little bit in the center of the poinsettia, whatever you say? And Merry Christmas. Okay, let's bring in both of these cards again. Isn't that cute? I love these cards. I am so sorry that I can't see your comments, but I can see them when I go back and watch it. And if you have questions, I will answer them. If you want to know more about how to join my team, honestly, there is no obligation. You just get goodies, and that's a good thing. You want to make your Christmas cards, make them special, and they can be easy. People really appreciate a handmade card, believe it or not. They still do. So that is all for today. Be sure that you make lots of comments. Be sure that you share my video. Hold on, let me look at you. Oh, there you are. Ha! Okay, that's it. You know everything that I know so far. I'm looking forward to this Saturday's retreat. We're going to have a blast. I won't probably do one again this cheap, but it's my first one, and it was cheap. What can I say? Very inexpensive for what you're getting. So congratulations to all of y'all that got in on it. We're going to have a blast. And I will see you guys, I am hoping and praying, next Monday, where we're going to make 2 more beautiful little projects. You're going to win. Somebody's going to win these 2 projects that we made today. So you guys take care. Have a great week. God bless you and yours. You guys stay safe and healthy. And I'll see you next time, okay?